Paris at night has a way of slowing everything down. Not the streets, not the lights, but something inside you. There's a softness in the air, a kind of quiet that doesn't ask for attention. It just exists, like a memory you haven't lived yet, waiting for you to step into it. I remember walking through that glow, feeling the city breathe around me. Not loudly, not dramatically, just gently, like it was letting me in, one heartbeat at a time. There's a kind of honesty in the way the night settles over Paris. It doesn't try to impress you. It doesn't try to overwhelm you. It just becomes a mirror for whatever you're carrying. Some nights feel like they're made of light. Others feel like they're made of silence. But Paris feels like it's made of both. A quiet pulse beneath the noise, a warmth beneath the cold, a story beneath the surface. And sometimes, without meaning to, you find yourself listening to the way the city exhales, listening to the way your own thoughts soften, listening to the way a moment becomes something more than just time passing.
We're walking through the golden glow. The city moves in gentle soul. Your hand is brushing into mine. The night is ours, the moment fine. The rhythm of the boulevard becomes the beat inside my heart.
There's a moment when two people walk side by side, and the world around them becomes a little slower, a little warmer, a little more real. You don't notice it at first. It's just the brush of a hand, the rhythm of footsteps, the way the air shifts when someone is close enough to feel familiar. The golden light, the quiet rhythm of the boulevard, the way a hand brushes against yours without meaning to. Those are the moments that stay. Not because they're big, but because they're honest. Because they remind you that connection doesn't always arrive with fireworks. Sometimes it arrives with a whisper. The city moves in gentle slow, and suddenly your heartbeat feels like part of the landscape. Like the night is matching your pace. Like the world is giving you permission to be exactly where you are, with exactly who you're with. And in that stillness, something inside you opens. Something soft. Something patient. Something that doesn't need to be named to be real. Sometimes a city becomes the pulse inside your chest. Sometimes a night becomes a story you didn't expect to tell. And sometimes, without realizing it, you step into a moment that changes the way you remember yourself.
And every light is calling. Soft shadows start to sway. Your smile is something glowing. It pulls me all the way.
Every light in Paris feels like it's calling you somewhere. Not forward, not backward, just deeper into the moment you're already in. The way shadows move, the way reflections stretch across the pavement, it all feels like an invitation to slow down and notice the things you usually walk past. Shadows move like they're dancing with the night. And a smile, a single smile, can feel like the brightest thing in the whole city. There's a pull in moments like that, a quiet gravity, something that says, stay, don't rush this. You start to realize that the night isn't just a backdrop. It's a character, a presence, a companion. And every light, every flicker, every soft glow feels like it's guiding you towards something you didn't know you were looking for. Something gentle, something true. There's a kind of magic in the way the city leans in, not to overwhelm you, but to remind you that beauty doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers.
Paris nights, you and I, moving under velvet sky. Paris nights, holding tight, lost in every silver light. Paris nights, side by side, nothing else but you tonight.
Paris nights aren't about the skyline or the landmarks. They're about the way the sky feels. Soft, velvet, endless. They're about the silver reflections on the river, the way the air holds you, the way time loosens its grip. When you're side by side with someone, the city becomes a world made just for two. Nothing loud, nothing dramatic, just presence, just light, just the quiet truth of being there together. There's a freedom in nights like these, a sense that the world has paused just long enough for you to feel something real, something unguarded, something that doesn't need to be explained. The city fades into the background until only the two of you remain, moving under a velvet sky, holding on to a moment that feels like it could last forever. A moment that doesn't ask for anything, except that you stay.
The rooftops hum a quiet tune. The scene reflects a rising moon. Your laughter dances in the air, a spark that lifts me everywhere. The sea whispers soft and low, as if it knows where we will go.
The rooftops hum with a kind of stillness you only hear at night. The moon rises slowly, like it's trying not to disturb anyone. And laughter, real, unguarded laughter, can lift you higher than any skyline. The city whispers in ways you can't explain, not with words, not with logic, just with a feeling that settles somewhere deep. There's a softness in the way the Seine reflects the night, a quiet truth in the way the rooftops glow, a sense of possibility in the way the air moves around you. Sometimes it feels like Paris knows where you're going before you do, like the night is gently guiding you towards something you're meant to feel, something you're meant to remember. And in those moments, the world feels lighter. Your thoughts feel clearer. Your heart feels open.
Every light is calling. Soft shadows start to swim. Your smile is something glowing. It fools me all the way.
There's a rhythm to nights like these. Not the rhythm of music, the rhythm of being alive. You let the city overflow. You let the moment take its time. You stop trying to understand everything, and you just follow the signs. Every heartbeat becomes a step. Every breath becomes a choice. And somehow, without noticing, you find yourself exactly where you were meant to be. There's a quiet courage in letting go, in trusting the night, in trusting yourself, in trusting the feeling that pulls you forward even when you don't know where it leads. And maybe that's what makes nights like these unforgettable. They don't demand anything from you. They simply invite you to feel.
Paris nights, you and I, moving under velvet sky. Paris nights, holding tight, lost in every silver light. Paris nights, side by side, nothing else but you tonight.
Paris nights aren't about perfection. They're about presence, about holding on to the person beside you and realizing that nothing else matters in that moment. The sky, the lights, the quiet streets, they all fade into the background until only the two of you remain, side by side, moving through a night that feels endless, a night that feels like it belongs to you. There's a tenderness in moments like these, a softness that stays with you long after the night is gone, a truth that doesn't need to be spoken to be understood. And maybe that's the real magic of Paris nights. Not the city, not the lights, but the way they make you feel seen.
Let the rhythm take us slow. Let the city overflow. Every heartbeat, every sound leads me back to you tonight. Paris nights, you and I, moving under velvet sky. Paris nights, holding tight, lost in every silver light. Paris nights, side by side, nothing else but you tonight.
Maybe that's why this song exists. Not to describe Paris, not to capture a city, but to hold a feeling that only happens when the world slows down and lets you breathe. Paris Nights isn't a place. It's a moment, a quiet truth, a soft glow, a memory that stays even after the night is gone. If you've ever felt that kind of night, the kind that wraps around you like a whisper, then maybe this song is a place you've already been. Some nights stay with you. Some nights change you. And some nights become a part of who you are. Paris Nights was one of those for me. Maybe it will be one for you too.